So you want to snag your bowler, huh? Okay, I see you, girl. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this one we are going to talk about the infamous hypergamy. Okay, you guys, I understand that this topic has been talked about ad nauseum on this platform for the last 3 years. You know, black women are tired of being the breadwinner of their families and of being stressed and depressed as they should be. But before I get into the tangible tips that I have for you, if you are trying to snag yourself a high earning man, I just want to give these few disclaimers. Hypergamy is not the art of marrying up. It is not making 40k and marrying a man who makes 70k. Hypergamy is marrying in a higher socio-economical class than the one you belong to. For example, Meghan Markle is in a hypergamous marriage. Now, I understand that this is going to sound counterintuitive, but I also believe that most women, regardless of their skin color, are not going to get a high earning man for the simple, you know, reason that the numbers are in. Okay, only 10% of men make 100k and up. So the math is simply not mathing. It is that simple. It has nothing to do with a wig or makeup, like Auntie Shira would say. Mad love for Auntie Shira. It is just math, you guys. I also want to say that this video has been inspired by content creator Steph Cole, who said that, you know, in one of her videos that she's simply not, you know, and never been her type stuff. And I thought, oh, interesting, you know, I actually believe that I have some tips for that. So if you've never been your type, okay, and you're looking for a high earning, you guys, note how I say high earning and not high value, because I happen to believe that most men are not high value. Okay, because in a patriarchal society, men simply do not have the incentive to work on themselves and become high, you know, well-rounded rather individuals. Now, I often, you know, I watch Chrissy, actually like her content, okay, and I often see women in her comment section say stuff like, we're not gonna entertain men who make less than 100k a year. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I mean, good for you, girl, but do you know any? Okay, do you know anyone that makes, you know, at least 100k? Okay, and this is going to be tip number one. You know, ask yourself, you know, do you socialize with high earning people? Do you know men or women? Because, you know, high earning women can put you places where you are going to, you know, meet high earning men, whether, you know, they are events or restaurants. They can, you know, take you along, and you guys stay in school. Okay, this is the biggest beef I have with Auntie Shira. Okay, for her to say that for you to become a lawyer, a doctor, a dentist is a masculine job and you are going, you know, to chase away high earning men is simply false. I mean, I understand where Shira is coming from. You know, insecure men, of course, are not going to be comfortable with a woman who is confident and successful, but who cares about insecure men? Like, who want to marry an insecure man? That is a dangerous narrative, you guys. Telling black women, you know, that they have to choose their career based on whether they're going to be able to attract a provider or not is the ultimate, I don't care what anyone says, it is the ultimate pick me behavior. And it is disappointed coming from Auntie Shira, someone who actually, you know, is hitting on pick me's all day every day. Okay, so tip number one will be go to uni, you know, try to network while you are there, make friends, you know, that are going places, because, you know, marry, I don't care what anyone says, right or sorry, money marries money. Okay, we've seen last week David Beckham's son get married with a millionaire or billionaire rather daughter, because at the end of the day, it is what it is, you guys. So if you actually find that, you know, you have a good job, you have a great paying job, you often are around high earning people, you know, men who make a lot of money, and you know, they're not interested in you, you don't find them, you know, wanting to take you on to dates or wanting to be in relationships with you, then, you know, and before I say this, I want to say, I have said this before, this channel is about realistic come up. It is about the realistic level up. If you live in La La Land, this channel simply is not for you. Okay, now again, if you work with them and, you know, they're not really interested in you, then unfortunately perhaps you may have to assess, you know, your physical attractiveness. You know, perhaps if you're overweight, you know, I don't care what anyone says, at the end of the day, most people want to be with someone who is at a healthy weight. So, you know, you may have to start working out, eating healthy, drinking water, you know, Perhaps you can, you know, if you don't wear makeup or don't do your hair daily, perhaps you could try that, you know, try doing your hair in a different way. Perhaps, you know, perhaps assess your garde-robe, perhaps, you know, wear clothes that are a little bit more fitting, a little bit more flattering. Make sure that your clothes are pressed at all times. This makes a tremendous difference, you guys. Now, tip number 3, which I feel is something that is not being talked about often enough, is that if target men that are compatible or would be rather compatible with you. That means, you know, I feel like, you know, people, we look down a lot upon, you know, blue collars worker, but they may be the person who you are going to be the most compatible with. Like if you work at McDonald's, for example, I don't know if the CEO of a petroleum company is someone that you would be really compatible with. I mean, would you be able to have a conversation with someone like that? Are you going to be able to talk in depth of what are the social causes that are bringing Marine Le Pen in the second round of the French presidential election? You know, probably not. But who you can target, for example, is someone who owns a plumbing company, you know. And don't sleep on plumbers, you guys. They're making bank. Okay, a lot of blue collar workers at the end of the day are making bank. Okay, they have very little debt. They start working very, very early. Like, you know, they're a mine of gold. So do not sleep on them. Again, if you're a woman, you know, who perhaps doesn't have the highest education and is not really interested in reading, and, you know, is not the most intellectual person, you know, perhaps targeting someone who is not, you know, a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer is going to be the best road for you. Now, the tip number 4 that I want to give, if you want to attract a high value, not a high earning, not only a high earning man, a high value man, is work on yourself. I don't care what anyone says if they are not perfect. Parents, there is no perfect childhood. Okay, so assess your communication style. Do you know what your love language is? Okay, are you, you know, someone that is healthy, you know, in a way that, you know, do you have boundaries? Do you love yourself? You know, are you able to communicate without being aggressive? You know, do you, you know, take good care of you, mind, body, and soul? Okay, get into meditation, get into reading, you know, get into journaling, get into therapy. Okay, get into feeding your body, you know, nourishes, healthy, delicious food. Drink a ridiculous amount of water. Okay, you guys, I could not end this video without saying that do not mind whatever it is, the femininity, and I know one says femininity channel say, you know, I am puzzled really every time that I watch one femininity, you know, faceless, most of these women. Okay, how do we even know that you have achieved whatever it is you're talking about? And let me tell you something, you know, I used to, you know, I had a few videos on this channel that were like postcard style, and I had to check myself and actually bring my face in here, because I stand behind everything that I say. These women are out here saying like, what does feminine voice control even mean? You guys, like, seriously, does anyone genuinely have the time to face the mirror and be like, oh, I'm going to practice my feminine voice now? Bullshit. That excludes so many women like Zogi the Gemini and myself and millions, and yes, I am weighing my words, millions of other black women that have, you know, a voice that is, you know, a little bit deeper, who now are feeling, and I do not care, baby, because let me tell you something. Okay, I have been provided for in ways that most women never will. So I know that that is a lie. Okay, I'm not hurt by that, because I simply know that that is not my lived experience. But I am thinking about the 19 years old, you know, who just bumped into that content, and now who is thinking, oh, bummer, you know, I'm not going to be able to get a high earning man because, you know, my voice is a little bit deeper. Stop it, you guys. Femininity is about so much more than some raggedy wig, you know, getting your nails done, some makeup and whatever else. You know, every, you know, woman who is born woman, okay, is feminine by nature. You guys, there is a difference between feminine presenting. For example, I can be a very feminine presenting woman, but I'm not very domestic. So just being feminine presenting doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. You know, femininity is so much more than what people see. I also want to tell you guys that do not be fooled. You are the bag. Okay, sometimes I just wonder what has happened to discernment. Are you not seeing that Anna Bay was only able to buy Birkins and Kellys and whatever else after she launches the course that black women are mainly the one buying, that is a copy paste of I don't know which maison in Switzerland? Anyway, you know, I'm going to insert that on top who is suing her because she copied their content verbatim. Do not be fooled. At the end of the day, you are the back of most of these content creators, these femininity channels. Okay, they are laughing all their way to the bank, because at the end of the day there is no formula, you guys, and that is great news, and it's also terrible news at the same time. There is no one size fit all. Different people are looking for different things. I know that even I in this video talked about losing weight, but some men are going to be into chubby women, because at the end of the day, high earning men are not a monolith, you guys. Honestly, I'm sorry. I know that this video has turned into a rant, but if I have to hear one more woman, only one, talk about feminine voice control, I'm gonna need a bullet, you guys. I'm gonna need a bullet. Okay, you guys, if you made it to the end of this rant, I am grateful and appreciative of you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys, beautiful people, in the next one tomorrow. Bye, guys.